1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 1 2 1 2 3. One, two, three. What happened? Oh my god. As far as I see, oh, maybe they're like no. Oh, I hear sounds. 1 2 3. Check stream. 1 2. Okay, looks nice for me. Let's go to Medium and let's read some articles about programming. Maybe we will have some kind of news or something like this. Top 5 tools for your Next.js project. Let's check it out. Maybe it will be a good one. Top 5 tools for your Next.js project. Beat is a next-generation build system for composable application. Oh, I saw this Beat. Oh, what is it? What is it? Like what is it? Ooh, I think I saw this one. It's what it is doing. It is what it is doing. Okay. Let's read maybe an article. Maybe this guy will give some additional information about Beat. Next generation build system. I don't like that kind of stuff. Like next generation build system. More info, please. Using Beat components and other modules are versioned and built in independent of your Next.js project development environment. Oh, it sounds like additional layer of abstraction which is not needed to be true. Maybe it's okay, but as far as I see, we need an abbar composition, abbar docs, abbar spec, abbar tsx, index ts. Oh my god, it's too much. I don't like this one. Second one. Next SEO. Looks nice. I like it. Makes managing search engine optimization, SEO, and Next.js applications effortless. It lets you configure title, text, meta, open graph, and more important search. It write it by hand. It's not that hard. Maybe it will be better to write it by hand, and it will be less than 1.7. Not sure. Need to check. Next aus. Oh, I use this one. This one was promising for me, but not that good. I use our layer with our server, and we just use cookies, and maybe this one can help us somehow, but I'm not sure. Next sitemap. Nice one. Vercel. Oh my god. No. This guy is just... I don't like this one. Break it into corner. Lego. Interview. Can you stop for reaching to... Oh, we need to choose in technology news. Let's go. Best practices for API authorization. Not interesting. Probably it will be JVT. Top 5 Node.js backend frameworks. No, please, not more frameworks. It's not working like this. macOS apps for developers. Let's check it out. macOS apps for developers. DevToys. Swiss Army knife. DevToys 4. What is this? Finally for Mac. This guy is created DevToys. Oh my god, no. Finally. What finally? Converters, encoders, formatters, graphics, media. What? Magic menu. Shit. Bartender. Shit. I have this one. This one is better. Tower. The Git client. Shit. Orb stack. Shit. We have this one. Is this in Docker? Regular. Why we need orb stack? Not see. No. It's not what we want. More macOS apps for developers. Let's give it a chance. Firefox Developers Edition. Agree. Firefox Developers Edition is good, but for my personal, from my perspective, I like Arc more. I know that there are like a lot of features in Developers Edition. Oh, this one looks like super promising, but no, it's good enough for me. Arc is good enough for me. Git-add. I tried to fig. It's like, as far as I understand, this some kind of app. I have a VARP right now. It's like pretty nice. CD projects. I can like see directories and so on. Like have a nice stuff, and I like it. It's really good. A crisp noise cancelling app. Why? We have this in app, as far as I know. Drop zone. Shit. Paletro. Command palette. This one is better. It's Raycast. Much better. Shit. Never saw really good articles about Mac apps. Really. Homebrew, agree. If you're a developer and you don't have Homebrew, probably you're doing something wrong. Or you're a Windows developer. iTerm, don't know. OmyZSH, agree 100%. You need this. Hidden bar. Oh, it's what I used. Rectangle. Alfred, I think Alfred is something like this one. Something like Raycast, but older one. Raycast have a lot of features. Like it's like Raycast. If you want to pay me please. But I really recommend Raycast. macOS apps for developers. Oh my god. Like too much. Power menu. Piece of crap. Never needed this. Guest timer. What is it? Why it's like your timer? Why I need to drag it? It's like interesting idea, but I'm not sure if it's really a good idea. KQ. Searching subtitle cheat sheet. Oh no. The best text editor. Forklift. Shit. Are you ready for a job as a programmer? Right, let's go. Are you Starter. If you are starting, this article is for you. Are you ready for a job as a programmer? Let's check it out. When I started to learn how to program, I began by studying by myself at home, like many of you probably did. Through YouTube videos, online courses, and some books, I initiated my journey as a programmer. At first, also from my personal life. Oh, that's nice. That's cool. That's like that's cool that you see the stream. Oh my god, I forgot to enable main scene. Sorry guys, you haven't seen it. As a programmer, I also started to learn by myself. Probably I always learn by myself. Sometimes I had people who are greater than me in programming and they helped me. But in most cases, I think I learned on myself. I learned with a side project and so on. I think if you are a programmer, you need to do side project. If you are not doing side projects, you are doing something wrong. I was drowning, trying to learn everything. I did have a mentor to guide me, and every video I watched claimed, X is the best, take this course and you will get a 6-figure job. It's the worst motivation. Worst. If you want to be a programmer to have a 6-figure job, it's a bad time. It's a bad motivation, because you need to program to like it, because at the start you will not have a lot of money. Probably you will have, if you're in Europe, I think you will have some kind of maybe 5-figure job. I think it's okay, it will be, but like middle class, not more. And for starters, it's okay, but you need to understand that if you don't like programming, if you doesn't like programming, you will never succeed. As maybe you will succeed as a 6-figure job, but the first layoff and you will laid off. That's the $1 million. Am I ready to apply for a job? I think if you think that, I think you need to apply for a job to see what is happening. You need to go on a job to have some, understanding about what you need to learn. Because sometimes people learn something, but they don't know that this is really needed for his level. In case of, for example, when I'm interviewing junior developers, I not a lot interviewing junior developers, but I understand that they doesn't have any experience at all. If they have, it will be some kind of basic experience, which is not that good. And where I need to learn him how to do some stuff, how to be how to work with, for example, task trackers and so on. And I need to learn it, to learn him this, because it always different in all companies. All people are different. I think the main best skill, except of hard skills for juniors, is a soft skills too, because you need to be a good guy. Because if you are a bad guy, it's not interesting how good you are in hard skills, but you will be laid off, because you will shut off all other people around you, and this is super bad. Let's go. Next one. If I'm looking to be honest with you, if I'm going to be honest with you, you don't. You will never know. I have friends getting paid those 6 figures who still think they don't deserve it. Almost everybody thinks this, because it's like, why I deserve it? Why? Am I super good? I'm good at some things, but not that super good. You always think that you are the best. Oh no, you're the best. No, you always think that you are not the best, and you need to be better in some cases. You need to grow. You need to have in different roles. You have a different, important stuff. Like for some roles, you need to have a strong hard skills. For some roles, you need to have a strong soft skills. For some roles, you need some additional layer of knowledge in additional fields. And this depends just for a role. That's why you need to have interviews to understand what you need. Nevertheless, there are some ways to measure if you are ready or not. Spoiler, they have nothing to do with courses on HackerRank. Never did a HackerRank. What is HackerRank? Kills speak louder than, oh my god, never saw this website. First, put in your mind what a programmer is expected to do. I'm not write code. A programmer should solve problems. It's super right wording. A programmer should solve problems. Business problems, not coding problems. If we have some coding problem, but it does not affect our business, it's not the first priority. Of course, it will be nice to fix it. Maybe I think right now it's programmer, but business is the first. Business have like a biggest priority. Чё? Что? Да, можешь это. Будешь блинчики? Блинчики? Конечно. Чё не буду? If I present you with a problem and give you enough time, could you solve it? That's the real question. I do not expect from juniors to solve problems like this. It's like, does not give up. It's what I can say. You don't need to give up on problems. For example, you have some strong problem programming, you don't understand how to solve it. But in case of juniors, it's best to ask, because often you work with somebody's code. If you can't fix some problem with your code without any additional layers of maybe somebody's code, it's okay. If you struggle with something, you can just continue and you will solve it. If he's talking about this, yes, that's right. But in case of sometimes I have problems with my code which I trying to fix for a long time. For example, 2 hours. Like I can try to fix and find a problem. Maybe not 2 hours. 2 hours is like it was before, but anyway, it's like for me 2 hours. But for junior developer who doesn't know the code at all, it will be like 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, week, months. Why? As a business person, I don't need that. I want him to go to me and say, this is what I have. Like, this is a problem. How can I solve it? And the good, the good mentor will help you to solve it. He will not solve it for you, but he will help you to solve the problem. It's about good mentoring, not about I will fix it on my own. And hey, I'm not talking about banking cybersecurity software. Think of your day to your day life. How can a write code make your life and the ones around you easier? Let me give you an example. I remember like it was yesterday when I started writing for Medium and I almost getting 100 views. It looks like nothing, but I was thrilled to think 100 people read that I had to say. They will not always respect what you're saying, but yeah, it's really nice to understand because, for example, right now in Shorts, I have on my personal channel, I have like 200 views, 2,500 views, and like I realized like, oh my god, it's 2,500 people really watched my video. It's like, oh my god, it's mind-blowing. Like, okay. And also when people liking, you understand that this person spent his time to like. It's additional action. It's hard for people, and it's like super, impressive for me. I was in my house with some friends. They were all having fun, and all I could do was refresh my Medium profile, waiting for that 100th person. I had 87 views by that hour. They were telling me to leave my phone alone and have some fun, but I was too anxious to do it. It will never happen like this. I think it's better, just personal advice. It's always better to forget about it and just continue living. Anxiety never and to be anxious is never really good stuff. You need to continue. That's when it hit me. I could write a simple program to help me on that situation. All I had to do was a simple web scraper to refresh the page for me and notify me whatever I got a new view. And I did that 20 minutes later and I was done. Nice. Remember those million courses and videos I watched? Some were about web scraping. That night I got my 100 views and celebrated with my friends. They were very happy for me. Yes, it's about side project, as I said. You need to always have side project. He's saying just for what was important for him, which was important for him, and also about situation. It's like a lie, but the reality, yeah, if you want to solve some problems, you need to. If you want to write a program to, for example, I don't know. For example, I had like a lot of programs. I had a program which watch Instagram videos, Instagram shorts, or not shorts, Instagram stories. I had a program which web scrapped. I had a program which like did a lot of stuff, Also, I had a program which connects a lot of people and show connections between them, and it was like just for me, just for my own personal satisfaction, not for somebody. It's like somebody is paying for me. Yeah, if you're doing programming only for the payment, you are a bad programmer. Point. And what now? Start applying for a job. You will be shocked by how much you know by now. When I got my first job, I could believe how much I already knew. I was teaching coworkings, but most important, they were teaching me. It's a really good one. They teaching you. Yeah, it's really good because sometimes also you have coworkers with a different perspective. For example, one is functional programming, other one is, for example, object-oriented programming, other one is like a different, like any paradigm. And it's good because you have a different points of view and you are growing as person who can decide. Like in at the top level of programming, you will have the main thing which you will do is like decide. You like the hardest thing you need to do is to decide what to use, when to use, and so on, so on, so on. And it's really important because you always need to have, for example, some kind of dialogue. What I can, for example, do better, where I can save some time, and so on, so on, like this. Yes. Nice article. Good guy. Take 2. Oh my god, a lot of macOS apps. MacDev. Why it's always MacDev? Oh, it's these guys. Oh, I opened. Oh, okay, I just opened the articles from that guy. The end of the hard work era. Oh, let's go. The magic of meeting in person. I'm a person who never meet somebody in person. I don't like it. I like it, but I don't like it in work stuff. I just don't think that this is efficient enough. For personal meetings, yeah, it's nice. But for working purposes, I don't think that this is a good idea. To the magic of meeting in person. Inaccessibility, COVID exposure, and productivity loss. That is what's special about mandatory in-person work. I don't think that we have productivity loss. If you are creating a good, good health in your company, like this, it's hard to tell. It's like super important, yeah, to have a good, healthy colleagues and so on. And in this case, you will have like super good productivity. And it might be, some productivity loss sometimes when, for example, the person who worked at home, this person doesn't have, for example, a good working place, and so on, so on. This is all important stuff. You always need to have like a working place and so on. And I think if person really will have like good working place, who will have like a room where this person can have some time to be alone. And in this case, 100% I agree that it will be productivity increase. But in case of productivity loss, yeah, if it's people who are not self-responsible. Thanks for the quick reply. We would really prefer to see you in person. There is something special about face-to-face contact that is missed in virtual Synthesis environment. Are there other dates in April or late March that could work for you in person? To the organizers of Inclusivity in STEM Symposium, thank you for your interest in having me speak about neurodiversity at your organization event. However, in the spirit of neurodiversity acceptance, I really much challenge you claim that you cannot adapt my talk to a virtual format because there is something special about meeting in person. I know that for many people there truly is a feeling of a closer, more authentic connection at a live in-person meeting, and that for them face-to-face events foster a greater ability to speak off the cuff. I agree that it's some kind of closer connection, but I don't agree that I need that closer connection with my colleagues, because I have what I want. I can have like in real, like in the meeting. And on a meeting we can have some kind of funny talks, like talks about life and so on and so on, and it will create really good atmosphere. But it will not be that bad to be required to travel somewhere to have like an in-person meeting and so on and so on. I think maybe sometimes in-person meetings are good. For example, once per month, or maybe more, maybe less. It's like discussable. But I think that like working in the office is not that good way. Many non-autistic, non-disabled people feel that a video chat introduces the boundaries of time and distance to the interaction, which can make communication feel halting or artificial. But it is those very same boundaries of time and distance that help to keep disabled people like myself authentically engaged, participating at our own speeds, and protect from the sensory pains and virtual risks that an in-one-person event introduces. Yeah, I agree. That's nice. That's really, yeah, of course, for people who are some kind of, limited in something, like, for example, in speed, yeah, and so on. It's like, yeah, it's really good one. I think it's a really good point. I understand that on Zoom or the equivalent, it can be difficult to guess at a person's emotions because you can see all their non-verbal signals. Only one person can speak at a time, and the flow of a conversation may be broken up with long pauses or oddly timed interjections that feel awkward. There is little room for spontaneity, and that's exactly what many disabled people like about it. I don't know about disabled people, but yeah, it's really, sometimes it's really a problem. Because, for example, in case of business meetings, I think sometimes maybe being like in person is an respect event, more respect event than productivity event. Because for example, sometimes you need to meet with somebody, to have a meeting, to understand, to feel each other, and after that you don't need to meet that person any day anymore. Please know that while an in-person conversation may feel free-flowing, improvisational, and comfortable for you, for many of us autistics, it often registers instead as frenetically fast-paced and high-pressured. The social dance that feels easy and natural to you requires an ongoing, careful crafted performance for me, and without the protective mediators of a screen, a keyboard, and the modest time delay, it is really quite difficult for me to participate in earnest at all. Yeah, maybe it might work for that kind of people. It's not that. Oh my god, that guy wrote like a lot. Let's read a different article. I respect this guy, that what he's doing, that he's normalizing autism, but it's not interesting. The end of the hard work era. Let's take a look. I don't believe this. The end of the hard work era. I don't believe this. There is a big notion on hard work that we all live by. The more you work hard, the better life you get to live. It's a wrong statement. I discuss this on my main channel. How? Just how? Because there are millions of people working super hard day and night. Yet they are not anywhere near wealth, not even close. It's not about work, it's about planning. Short answer. If hard work built wealth, there wouldn't be any poverty in the world. It's time we get to the change. Code and media is now the new crypto. Wealth is built by leverage. You get paid even when you are not putting any efforts. That's leverage. Rich folks get richer because they make the most use of leverage. And eventually they get to do 1,000 other things. Code, media, and personal branding, they are all set to boom in the coming decade. So the hardest working person doesn't win anymore. You have a better strategy. You outwork the competition. That's the change. Becoming a millionaire at an old age feels shit. What's the use? You aren't that healthy. You can't jump like a young guy. You are no more your young self. So what are you going to do with all that money? $1 million hits different when you crack it at a young age, but we are not trained that way to get rich in that age. Work hard, save and buy. That's the philosophy the rich have already rejected. What about you? I don't like that kind of stuff, like that philosophy the rich have already rejected. What about you? I have my own thoughts, like what's the manipulation? It's like shit. It's shit. I will dislike this article. I don't like this kind of stuff. You need ownership at any cost because that's where you make the most money. Maybe you start your own company. Maybe you buy shares of a company. Maybe you become an investor, whatever, but you got to own things. Even if it means buying a property and renting it to others, that's still ownership. That's still when money comes in, even when you don't put in the work. Job isn't bad, but you can't make a lot of money from it. This guy is super strange. That's where ownership catches your attention. Strategy wins over consistency. An employee works every day, damn day, every day. I don't see any bad in that. Yet he gets the same amount every month. When a business owner uses his brain and some solid strategy, he breaks all his past records. So it's time to forget about consistency because you have an awesome brain that can create some awesome strategies for you. If everybody will have a business, nobody will have money. Nobody will have to work. Final thoughts. Hard work is slowing, becoming obsolete. Don't be the sheep anymore. Be the opportunist. You know very well who always wins the game. Oh my god. What's the comments? I don't think that still that is it visible? No, it's not. I will do like this. I don't think there still is a place of most people to be the sheep. Not every man can be an entrepreneur or business. Yeah, I agree. Interesting articles. Thanks for sharing. I don't like it. When a business owner uses his brain and some solid strategy, he breaks. You know the quote from Warren Buffett: an idiot with a plan can beat a genius without plan. Label it however you desire, whatever it be referred to as a plan or strategy, but following it is crucial to achieve success. Yeah, about this I agree that really you need to have a strategy for your life too. Don't work harder, work smarter. Agree, but I don't like this comment, but I agree with the statement. Wealth is built by leverage. Exactly that is the difference between the rich and the poor. Just like the saying, work smart, not hard, but you still have to get a place to leverage through hard work. It's true, leverage is a lot of money, but not everyone knows how to use it. Yet... show less like this. Nice. But article, like, it has some good thoughts, but I don't like the manipulations he used. And just not my author. Somebody likes it, but I don't. Something short. Let's take a look on something short. Let's have a technology one. And something short. I like some... are you smart enough to find the radius? Huh? Huh? Что? Выключить как? А? Выключить как? Микрофон, зачем? А. Modern Git commands. Why are there so many programmers who cannot find jobs? This one prompt will teach you how to use ChatGPT. Can I have a filter for, like, you know, how long I want to read? I want something short. 5, 20, 11, 4, 3. Our senior developer copy-pasted from Stack Overflow. This is what happened. Our senior developer copy-paste from Stack Overflow. This is what happened. The secret developer doesn't do this. Oh my god, who is secret developer? Oh my god. We have a senior developer on the case, and the secret developer had the pleasure of carrying out a code review on their work. We can all make slips and mistakes, but the secret developer was shocked when they saw the following. The code. I wanted to put the actual code I've seen in a pull request in the article, but I'm nervous that my secret identity will be found. Instead, I have put some code here that is like the code I reviewed. Believe me, this was a real pull request, not a draft or branch, ready to go in production, made available for review. REST controller, request mapping, public class, user controller. Private final, user service, auto wires, public user controller. What is this, Java? I don't know. Get mapping ID, public response entity, get user by ID, user find by ID, not found build, response entity, okay user. User service, user controller. It's like constructor as far as I understand. Autowired is a dependency injection. User service is just request mapping. What's the problem here? Find by ID. User is null. Not found. 1. This user service equals user service. 2. Find by ID. 3, 4. Okay. When developer is so lazy that the copy code they have my respect, none of us should be putting in more effort than is actually required. However, when the avoidance of work goes so far that they left in comments from whatever site they stole the code from, they're going too far. Oh, it's not comment from that guy. It's comment from... Oh, it was like a real... Oh, it's like piece of crap. If the guy had no time to remove comments where he stole, It's like piece of crap, not developer. Oh my god. This is another thing entirely, it's incompetence. I can only imagine how well they tested this code and how well they have thought through this solution. Oh my god. The risk of copy-pasting code, security and listening concerns. In the world of software development, the temptation of copy-paste code from resources like Stack Overflow is ever present. It promises a quick fix, a momentary shortcut through the thickest of coding challenges. As I've explained above, it does also lay bare the incompetence of the programmers who is responsible. It shows a developer who prioritizes speed over diligence and whose work carries risk to all involved. Let us take a look at this issue in a turn. Security risks. Code snippets available online are not always vetted for security. Yes, it's right. They might contain vulnerabilities ranging for simple bugs to serious security flaws, like SQL injection or cross-site scripting vulnerabilities. Yeah. Integrating code you don't understand into production codebase open up your project to potential malicious attacks. Yes. Code that does not operate correctly. Online code often lacks context. It's a fragment, a solution to a specific problem detached from a broader security consideration. Developers might overlook how the snippet interacts with other parts of their system, potentially creating loopholes in what was previously a good quality application. C. Does the code adhere to the project coding standards? It's hard for developers to justify that it does when essentially they haven't written the code themselves. Yes, it might contain obsolete practices or not adhere to security protocols. Even worse, external code might have dependencies the developer hasn't considered in their copy-paste software development process. Yes, it was like if somebody copy-pasted and also added library, it's like you need to really to think when you add a library. You need really to think about it. It's bad. The legal landmines. It's been cleaned from some time. Code from Stack Overflow is available for on closed source software should be attributed. If a developer does not do this, you need to question their judgment in coding as well as their ethics. Risk mitigation. To mitigate this risk, it's crucial for developer, especially those in senior position, to thoroughly review and understand any external code they intended to use. Yes. Regularly update and audit dependencies for security vulnerabilities. Yes. Ensure compliance with all relevant software licenses and copyrights. Yes. Consider writing custom code where feasible, particularly for critical system components. Yes. Where feasible, yeah. It's like I think all these rules are like super important when you're senior developer. When you're junior, it's better to think about it, but I'm not sure if the junior can do this. It's often said that only fools jump in. When we copy-paste solutions from the internet, we need to take sure that we are considered the ramification of doing so. Who am I kidding? I think if you are doing this, you are so incompetent that you shouldn't be working in software development at all. Senior developer, I think you can't be serious. Yeah. Agree. This is a nice guy. I really like his article. You are literally exaggerating. Yes, comments may not be really relevant or even needed, but code is fine. Stop this Puritan crucible for perfection in a world of AI code generation tool. Soon, you and perfection will be replaced by AI. What will you complain about them? These guys had like a good... You're right, these perfectionists will soon lose their jobs to AI, and us devs absolutely deserve this fate. For the longest time, we have put far too heavy an importance on many things clean code over operational efficiency leading to us. I think the problem is in process. Do not copy paste, but read code, sync, paste, sync, clean. Yes. Is a time saver, as long as I agree with this stuff. Oh yeah, yeah, of course, yeah. Without context, I don't understand what is wrong with this code. Sure, we got, yeah, it's about like not about code, but it's about the comments. It's really, I can agree with that guy that like this comments is saying that the person is not, when for example AI is generated this code or something generated this code, it shows that person does not, maybe, you know, does not care that this comment is unuseful. You need to remove that comment. It's not, they not useful, you don't need it. Russian code base opens up. It's like, yeah, it's not about like this guy 100% was bad. I agree that this guy was not like this guy not had like super super bad stuff and so on. He does not push some bad code and so on, but he pushed, like, he showed the process how it's happening, like that 1, 2 and 3 was not removed. It's like showing that this guy is not rereading, maybe cleaning the code. He's not cleaning the code. Test part of the PR process. Are comments at some level warranted that explain the code as documentation? Does the compiler not remove comments? Aren't PR part of verbal discussion? Is there not documented PR review process of the company? Oh, it's interesting. This one is a good comment. Okay. Thank you guys. I'll go to eat, and also I will go to code. Thank you everybody. Ciao ciao.